If my dog somehow got stung by a bee on his foot, I'd probably cry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Nick with Christy.
Hi.
And Christy's in a mood, if you can't tell already. And I thought to lighten her mood, we're going to tap into something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation case that has been adjudicated as of like 12 hours ago.
Justice for Johnny.
Hashtag justice for Johnny.
Yeah.
Now, while we are going a little bit different today, if you have any dreams, any comments, or anything about the show, make sure you hit us up on Facebook or Instagram at What Do You Dream Podcast. And also, don't forget to email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com for all your dreams or anything you want to talk about.
I don't care about that. Let's just talk about the case that has, like...
It's called marketing! Market!
No one cares.
Everyone cares.
Everyone just cares about the fact that Johnny Depp has now won and Amber Heard owes him $15 million, which she does not have.
Was it 15 million all up?
15 million, yeah.
Far out, man. Because she's getting Elon Musk to give her the money, man. He's got tons.
Well,
she could sugar daddy her.
He was on Johnny's side.
No, he was paying he's fucking Amber Heard.
Not at the moment.
He was. Wait, so he's not
ages ago. No, during the whole case, he was like on Johnny's side.
Damn, bros before hoes, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like Elon Musk anyway. He could suck it.
Yeah, he's weird.
He's a scam artist, but we'll talk about that. That's next episode. We'll deal with that next episode. We're going to tear down the establishment. So, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. For those who don't know what's going on, Christy, would you like to give a headline?
Okay,
quick headline.
So a quick headline. Basically, Amber Heard wrote an op-ed about Johnny Depp, and it was published in Daily Mail, I think. Mm-hmm. I think it was Daily Mail. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and it was basically an article where she claimed she was a victim of domestic abuse. Yeah. She never named Johnny Depp in the op-ed. However, it was strongly suggested that it was about him because obviously they were going through a divorce and, you know, she'd been with him.
Related.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're not going to just say it about some random person in your life.
It's like me saying, you know, this podcast I do about dreams and my co-host hits me a lot.
Pretty much.
A lot. But I'm not saying her name, but she hurts me.
That's exactly what it was, right?
Yeah. Okay,
so anyway, because of this op-ed, and it was by the way, this was during the height of like the Me Too movement. So it was on like Donkey Kong. Yeah. So she's come out and said, I'm a victim of domestic abuse. She's got these bruises on her face. So, you know, everyone's going to believe her because Me Too movement, you know, men were just in the wrong no matter what. So anyway, this op-ed completely ruined his career, his reputation. He got fired from Disney. He got fired from the Harry Potter franchise. He did not get any jobs. He lost a lot of work and his entire reputation was just blown to smithereens because of this one article she wrote. So he decided, you know what, fuck this. I'm not dealing with it. I'm going to sue you because you've completely ruined my life. So that's what he did. He took her to court and I can't remember how much he was suing her for, but he was suing her for defamation. And
wasn't there a lawsuit in the UK that he lost?
Yes, he lost. Yeah. Yes. I don't know much about that because I didn't even know that happened until this trial.
Yeah. Yeah, and then now he's won as a...
Yeah, but when he sued her, she countersued for $100 million.
Which is zero now.
Yeah, well, the verdict... This trial went on for 6 weeks, right? So the last 6 weeks of my life have been dedicated to this entire trial.
I've been keeping a loose eye on it because it's a certain point I'm just like, fuck, I can't.
Mate, I've been on it like a fly on shit. Like, there is nothing I have missed in this entire... yeah, on the pillow. Exactly. Exactly. So, yes, and the verdict came out, well, today in Australia, and I think it was yesterday
7
in
hours.
America.
It was like it's been like
I don't know what the time difference is.
9 hours ago. It's been like 9 hours ago or something.
Yeah.
So it's yesterday, I think, at the time.
Johnny Depp won. And he won. The jury awarded him $10 million and then I think an extra 5 for something. An extra 5 for, I can't remember what they called it. But anyway, he won $50 million.
Compensation. They just like, because I know sometimes they can just be like, can we just tack on something else? Like I know juries can do that if they feel like it's needed. So
what a trial it was.
Yes, and it is interesting. Boy. It's interesting because initially when I heard the original allegations, I did the same thing. I default to because why would someone want to lie about it?
Yeah.
But then that being said, it's kind of gone to show, and I think I've always been on this side of things because of there's always a bit of more nuance to things. There's a lot more people there's people who are out there who are pieces of shit and who are abusive to their partners, and I don't give a... But the thing is that women can also do that too.
Yes,
and
correct.
I think especially for men, it is difficult for them to come out and say, my partner abuses me. Yes. Because it's usually, usually it usually is men. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying that men, I'm not a men's rights or men, it's like, no, like, but those that are going through it can't come forward because they don't feel like they're real men or whatever. It's a whole thing. And it's like, it's kind of...
I mean, to be honest, like when Amber Heard came out with these allegations, like I said, she had bruises on her face. She had a swollen, things on her lip. Yeah, exactly. Like who's not going to believe that? Like there was clear evidence. But I mean, Johnny's team was so smart when they made the decision to air the trial on live, so people can tune in and watch it because. First of all, he wouldn't have done that if he knew he was guilty. I don't. If all the evidence that Amber Heard came out with was true, he wouldn't have done that.
No, look.
But it was brilliance in doing it because even if he would have lost the case, his reputation has been restored completely.
Well, and that was the main thing.
Yes.
It was about the court of public opinion, and he had already won. He'd already won halfway through the trial. Like, I think he'd already won, and he'd already won his reputation back, and that's the thing. That's the thing that's hard to come back from. Yeah. But goddamn, the memes that have come out from this. Hashtag Amber Turd. Like,
hashtag justice for Johnny Depp. Hashtag I stepped on a bee.
There was a dog that stepped on a bee. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Who says that shit? And then she's like, looking.
Yeah, so she's like, my dog stepped on a bee. And then Johnny's lawyer objects, goes, relevance? Like, what's the relevance of your dog stepping on a bee?
It's like,
yeah.
It's like, justice for the bee movie. I've said it right here first.
Like, I was willing to give her a chance, like when she went up on the stand. But it was just entirely scripted. Like her entire performance, because that's what it was. It was a performance, was so scripted and it was just really bad. Like there was she tried too hard. That was the thing. She tried too hard.
Okay, so while this is interesting, I think the other side of the coin is it's like it's a good example of toxic people being with each other. Because I don't think Johnny's not, at the end of he's a man, he's got a lot of problems.
Look, they were both toxic to each other. They did bad things to each other. I'm not saying what Johnny Depp did was right, because it wasn't. Like, they called each other names, Yeah. He was verbally abusive to her. She was verbally abusive to him, but...
Yeah, it was a toxic relationship.
Yes, but he never put a finger on her.
Yeah, and I think that's the main thing. It's that I'm like, as the facts are, this is like it's not the facts. It's what the jury thinks is true, and this is what it is. But like, I think we've had a lot of people who have kind of gone one side of like, he's completely innocent, he's a good person, he's the best person. It's like, no, like there's no,
like,
and that's not the thing. It's like he's a troubled person.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting. This is a really interesting way of how the media, I think you alluded to it at the start with the Me Too stuff. It really kind of shows how the media has an agenda to push, so they will take it and run with it. And if it's like the whole concept of new outrage mobs kind of took over the whole thing, and then he just happened to get swept up in it, and he's then copped a giant shit. But it's good to see that now. But then this is the problem. It's like it's easier to lie than it is to disprove a lie. It takes more time to disprove a lie than it's like. Did you ever hear? This is kind of related. You know, Aziz Ansari or something. He was
Is that the dude that died?
No, he was the guy on Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay, no.
You ever watch Parks and Rec?
No.
I'm trying to think now. Master of None on Netflix.
Let me Google.
Look it up.
Aziz Ansari. Wait, who's the guy I think died then?
Yeah, I don't know who you thought died.
Okay, definitely not him.
Are you thinking of the voice of Iago?
No, he was
I was
like
gonna say
some bodybuilder dude.
Okay. And the bodybuilder dudes are full of bloody drugs. No one, and their hearts just stop. That's like,
I think that's how he died. Anyway, no, I don't know who Aziz Ansari is.
So he's a comedian.
Yep.
There was a whole thing that came out with he got Me Too'd because a woman didn't want to have sex with him, but he was kind of like, oh, come on, let's have sex. And then she performed a sex act on him. But it was like, he didn't force her. He's like, you know what? And she regretted doing stuff with him and then Me Too'd him. But then the facts came out of going like, well, she just had a bad night. But his whole reputation got completely destroyed. It takes it just destroyed it in a matter of seconds. Not saying that people don't do this thing. They do it. But when it's not true and then someone lies or changes the narrative a bit, it destroys lives. You know what I mean? And it's more problematic for people going through real problems. You know what I mean? Like Amber Heard has just stuffed up thousands.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Right?
She has, I was just going to say the exact same thing. She has completely reversed years of what's the word?
Progress?
Yeah, progress.
Yeah. Okay.
Towards, women coming out and saying, they've been
Believing
abused,
the
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. She has just... And did you read her statement after she lost?
No. Tell me.
Okay. I'm going to find it.
Okay. But yeah, man, but I gotta say, some people are saying, oh, Johnny Depp looks so good. I don't think he looks that great, man. He looks like he hasn't got...
This couldn't have been easy on him.
Oh, no. Absolutely. Fuck that, man. Going through... I've gone through my fair share of bad breakups, but then having to then dissect it in a courtroom?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get hard.
And go through and relive all the abuse she did to him, and her slicing off his finger. I feel sorry for the guy. I really do.
I didn't punch you. I hit you.
Yeah. Imagine if he said that to her.
Oh, absolutely. Then it's crazy. It's just like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just like Okay.
So
and
this was
the hot take.
This
Where's the
is
source?
minutes after. This is from Amber Heard herself on, I think, Instagram. Minutes after she lost. So the disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence was still not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. Yeah, you said it back.
On.
It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. Makes me so angry.
No, but I think this just goes to show her state of mind. She's she's not even the, like, it blows my mind. It's like, how do you not, because they had nothing evidence-wise. They had that crazy psychologist who was making up opinions on the fly. That was insane. God. They had, acting...
Was that the guy who based his expert opinion on Johnny Depp's performances in movies?
Yes. And then they're like, yeah, but what about this movie? Well, I don't really, I can't decipher that from a movie. You literally just said that you can.
What lost it for me? Absolutely. He even looked psychotic. What lost it for me was when Johnny was on the stand, he knew every detail of every incident, not every piece of abuse he got from her. He knew every detail. When she got on the stand, all I heard was, I can't remember, or I can't recall, or I don't know when, or I don't know who, or I just remember he hit me, but I can't remember where it was, or where we were when he hit me, but I just remember he hit me.
When it comes to, from what I've heard from abuse victims and stuff, they, as time goes on, they remember it, and they always remember it, and it's, ingrained in their psyche, and, early on, they don't remember it, because of course, but, to say there's been this long and still doesn't remember what happened.
It was every incident. Yeah. There was not one incident.
Except she remembers a bee sting on a fucking dog. I love my dog. Actually, no, I take that back. If my dog somehow got stung by a bee on his foot, I'd probably cry.
Oh, Bowie. Yeah, I mean, same.
And my dog got stung by a bee?
But,
it's a strange thing.
Yeah.
But in the hierarchy of, getting a bottle inside you, in a bee sting.
And there was, okay, as a woman, if I had a bottle shoved up me, and it was twisted around, it would cause damage, okay? There would be cuts, there would be bleeding. And the first thing I would do is...
Sorry.
Not the time, Nick. Not the time. Yeah. The first thing I would do is go seek medical attention. But she didn't.
Go to a hospital.
She didn't.
Yeah. Because that's how you get infections and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, nothing she said adds up or made any sense. She was on the stand one day, and then she'd go on the next day and completely contradict everything she said. And then she tries to gaslight the entire courtroom, the entire world watching over certain things. And you're just like, dude, just stop. Just stop.
I remember there was that weird part they were discussing, how much this is she's lost money because she was a big deal. But then they had to prove that she wasn't a big deal. Yep. That is a fucking sobering experience. Look, I know I'm not a big deal. I don't need analytics and the whole world in the universe to tell me that I'm not a big deal because I have perspective. Mm-hmm. Yep. Imagine not having that perspective and just going and it's just well, empirically, you were not the shit.
One of my favorite witnesses was the I think CEO of Warner Brothers, who for Aquaman, and the lawyers were asking, did Amber Heard lose her role in the second film because of what was it? Was it because of this case? And they were like, no. And go, did Amber Heard lose her role because of anything that had come out from this case or from Johnny Depp? She goes, they're like, no. Did Amber Heard lose her role because there was no chemistry between her and Jason Momoa? Yes, that was one of the factors.
And how the hell do you not have chemistry with Jason Momoa? He seems like the coolest dude.
I know, right? But then they also came out and said, for the second movie, there wasn't much need for her character anyway. That's where it was. The script was already written and her character was in it for literally 5 minutes. Where it was going, her character was not going to be a part of that storyline.
Yeah. easily.
So yeah, so she was claiming that she lost her role in Aquaman 2 because she'd already done some filming for it, which she got paid for.
Okay.
But the fact that
they
saying...
had enough they could do it in post.
Yeah, exactly. They were saying, you know, she lost more screen time because of this case, and he came out and said, no, that's not true. So, that is a sobering experience, being told you're not actually the shit, are you? By the Warner Brothers CEO.
I'd love that. Like, could you imagine? Like, it's almost like you kind of like want to have like every breakup. You need to have like it should be like a big event now. You know, be like it's just like, well, actually, it's like, well, according to this, no, you were wrong, and I have all receipts.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like God.
The funny, the people I kind of feel sorry for are her lawyers.
Oh my God! Right?
Because
they're never getting work again.
No. So apparently, you know how you can do Google reviews on companies. They have just been slammed by people who aren't even their clients or never use them, but people who are on Johnny's side. And this is where it gets wrong. Like
it's like they're doing a job. Like unless they're.
She
I think
would have come in with all this evidence of her with bruised faces, like I said, you know, a busted lip, and they would have been like, damn. Like, yes, they probably should have done more research into it, but she's gone in there saying, you know, I've been abused by this man, blah, blah, and they're like, oh, we've got a case, you know, we're going to win this. They probably thought they were doing the right thing, and as the court case went on week after week, her lies started unraveling, and they're sitting there and they're like, well, fuck.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's like some people go like, well, they didn't do due diligence, and it's like, I guess it's that thing. It's like would they have put in that much time? And if they did believe their client, would they just be like, no, we'll defend the crap out of you? And it's like, I know people like was it a situation of how many did she go to until they went, yeah, we'll do it. But then it's like
there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, no, they were just like, as the court case went on, there were rumours that Amber and Elaine, her lawyer, were having fighting matches, and she left her in tears. Like Elaine was in tears. So like, it must have been so hard on them.
Well, yeah, because they can't say anything because it's only client privilege, which is a big thing.
Yeah, and then you see the contrast to Johnny's lawyers, and they're like hugging him. They're all sharing nice lollies.
What was the name of that really hot one?
Camille.
Camille. Yeah, she probably gonna get a reality show out of this.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loved her. It was like oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Just the contrast between the two different sides of the courtroom, like Johnny's team, where they were so supportive of him, compared to Amber's team, where they both had the same amount of people. But on Amber's side, I watched it religiously.
Okay, yeah. You're the content matter expert here. I am not. I'm just some dude who like kind of heard stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like Amber Heard.
Sounds like Amber Heard's legal team. Am I right? Hot take.
But like her side, they weren't engaging with her at all. Like they were just all stony faced. Like they wouldn't even talk to her even after she was on the stand. Going back to the whole Google review thing, like that's a load of I don't like they've been paid to do a job, and their job is to try and represent their client as best as they can. They lost at the end of the day, but like it's like people need representation. They're offering a service, and unless you've actually experienced that service as poor, then you know what I mean? Yeah.
And it's like, I think, but that being said, there was some stuff that seemed a bit jank, but then those moments were they just like, I feel like they were with editing and you go to highlight compilations, anyone looks bad if you really edit that down. It's like they tried their best with a shit client, with shit work. And like, I don't, and at the end of the day, as soon as I think she, unless it was, they had like, the silver bullet to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, and they didn't, and you know what I mean. But like people like, and this is the problem with like internet culture and people like that. Oh, I'm gonna like downvote this person. It's like, no, you don't do like. I'm sorry, but Johnny Depp is a very He's a rich person. He doesn't need you to Google review bomb somebody who's just trying to make a living. You know what I mean? It's just like, and who knows? These lawyers might be multi-billionaires themselves. They're fine, but like even then, they're just people trying to do a job. Man, calm down.
Exactly.
It's not. Exactly. It's like grow up. It's like unless you've like actually dealt with them.
Yeah.
And you've had a horrible experience, and you are reviewing it so that you could let people know about your experience. Then that's different. But just going like, well, I saw them on the internet and I didn't like this. I have things to say. This being said from somebody who writes Google reviews and might be very mean, but also I try and make it a bit fun. And I know I'm just some random schlub throwing my opinion, but at least I've eaten at those places. I'm looking at you, Wahlburgers. Your burgers sucked. And I'm putting it right. Mark Wahlberg, teach your brothers how to cook. I'm just what I'm going to say. Use that money and cook some better burgers.
That's a big statement.
It's a big statement.
Where did you have Wahlburgers?
It's in the city.
There's a Wahlburgers?
Yeah.
Is it like permanent?
Yeah, don't go there. It's trash. It's absolute trash.
I did not know this.
The burgers overcooked. I waited for an hour. I'm usually, you know what? I'm hijacking my platform for a quick moment.
Not another ad. You've got a minute. Ready?
Wait.
Same as last time.
Ready, set, go. Okay, Wahlburgers. I had to wait for like over an hour and a half for my food. I had ordered. We had ordered 2 burgers and some chips.
Over an hour and a half.
Hour and a half for my freaking food. The burgers were overcooked. The buns were okay. But the burgers were overcooked. There were smash burgers. Smash burgers don't take that long to cook. Put your food out. Get it done. Easy peasy. That's it. I'm a very simple man. I've eaten a lot of burgers, a lot of different places. And it's not hard to do, especially if you've got a small menu. Suck a bag of dicks. Anyway, Amber Heard. Wow. Fuck you too. You know what? Amber Heard should take a shit at Wahlburgers and the service would be better. Oh my god. Well, I mean, Amber Heard, I think Amber Heard could bounce back from this.
I don't think she can.
She could get into poop porn.
Yeah. I can't believe she shat on his pillow and thought it was like as a joke.
Thing.
Like who goes, oh, you know what? As a prank to my husband, I'm going to go shit on his pillow.
It's like,
and then blame it on the dog.
But also, shit the bed is a phrase that where you fucked up. You don't go, oh, I'm going to shit the bed. Oh, it's going to be funny. It's like, I have been so mad and I have never wanted to say, have squat a shit. I don't think I can shit when I'm mad.
That's also, pretty low.
Also, and I say this because I have high respect for women, I would not expect a woman to do that. I would expect a man to do that too. I would expect a man to squat on a pillow and take a shit, not a woman. And that just goes to show how fucking crazy she is.
She is insane.
She's crazier than most men I know who would, and I know some crazy dudes who would shit, but not on a bed. Maybe in the street, not in the bed. Like a goddamn normal human being. Take a squat around on the street, like a good human being.
Just do what everyone else does and use a toilet.
Oh yeah, toilets too. Toilets are the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
I love that the whole world knows about this now, though.
Yeah, and like they were trying to explain. It's just like it was a human fecal matter. Also, Johnny Depp's he's got a very strange cadence to him. Yeah, I was talking. He's strange. Yeah.
The amount of cocaine he's had in his life, he's probably, a
mega
killed
pint
a few brain cells there. Yeah,
a mega pint of cocaine. Yeah. I was having a mega pint of cocaine. I mean, a big cup of cocaine, and I was this is how I speak now. And you know what? You know what came up though? It was interesting. I was watching a Johnny Depp dressed up as Jack Sparrow doing the rounds at like the children's hospital. That actually spiked up. Really interestingly enough, in the search algorithm. And while I was just watching, because every once in a while, like I just like to watch celebrities doing good, especially when it comes to sick kids. And it was, I only just fucking realized this, like a couple of weeks after watching it. Or no, it was like a couple of days before the finger stuff
He's got a Band-Aid on.
He's got a Band-Aid on, and and one of the kids is asking
one
him
of the kids asked him about it, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like,
yep.
He got, like, physically assaulted.
And then went and dressed up as Jack Sparrow and cheered up some kids, kids with cancer in hospital.
Yeah. You're just like, damn.
Yeah.
It's just like I've cut my finger before, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't. It hurts.
I've got like stitches in my back right now, and I didn't want to do anything for the last 2 days. I felt like shit. I couldn't even dress myself. It was so demeaning.
Ew.
I know. I had to Travis had to dress me.
How many stitches did you end up having?
I got one.
One stitch, you fucking baby.
Okay. But it is right under my shoulder blade, so I can't move my right arm. I don't have a big range of motion because if I move it, it pulls that skin. So he had to tie my shoelaces.
I'm playing the tiniest violin right now.
It hurts.
Okay, sorry. It hurts. I acknowledge your pain.
Thank you.
But also, you're a mole.
Well, it was a mole that I got removed.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Australia has lots of sun, and we Australians like sun, and we go to the beach a lot, and the amount of times I've been sunburnt is not funny. And I saw this mole on my back, and I was like, that's looking sus. Let's get rid of it, because melanoma is the #1 form of cancer that kills Australians. And I'm like, there's things you don't fuck around with, right? And that's just one of them. So I was like, Doc was like, we're getting it cut off. And I got it cut off, and I went all on my own. I was a big girl. I got 3 needles for the numbing, and I was a big girl. And then I left, and then I went home and had ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
It was just a plain vanilla with chocolate coating.
Okay, so that's nice ice cream. You know, people find it weird that I like mint ice cream. Are you one of those people?
No, I can't stand mint, and Travis is exactly the same. Mint ice cream.
Yeah, mint ice cream's the best.
No, don't rate it.
People fucking get upset when I tell them. They're like, why don't you see fucking toothpaste? Because there's a chemical in it that doesn't allow you to eat it. I tried.
Of course you have. Why doesn't that surprise me?
No, I haven't tried.
I don't get mint ice cream. I think it's overrated. Same as cookies and cream. I said it.
I get cookies and cream because it's basically just vanilla with
exactly
cookie bits. I'd rather just have Oreos crushed up in it or something.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's you get vanilla ice cream and have Oreos crunched up in it. I like Oreos. What's wrong with Oreos? On ice cream, it works. It's like go to Macca's. I want to get what do you want? I want Oreos on it. I want Oreos and I want hot fudge. You can get both. You can buy both. Get both. It's really good.
Oh, is that your McFlurry flavor?
That's my McFlurry flavor.
My McFlurry flavor is Oreo with M&Ms.
Oh, you do the double. Have you tried it with hot fudge?
No.
You can. It's
Maybe I'll try it next one.
It changes your life. You want to have. It's a.
Now I really want ice cream.
I've
been such a fat shit for the last couple days because I can't go to the gym because I don't want to rip open a stitch.
Yeah.
And I've just literally been eating.
No. Yeah. No, don't go to the bloody gym when you got something like that on your back. Because you're probably going to go and do something and then you're going to pull a stitch and then someone's going to be like, why is there red on your back? And you go, what do you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I played netball last time and I fucking did something on my goddamn, funnily enough, just that part where your spine and your shoulder blade, that kind of muscle there.
Mm.
I can barely turn my bloody neck. I'm just getting too old.
I know, right?
I'm getting older than bloody Johnny Depp. Is he a gilf? Is he a gilf? Like a granddad you'd like to fuck now? Has he hit that status yet?
He's a dilf.
Dilf?
Yeah.
Dude, he's too old to be a dilf.
No.
Yes, he is.
Bro. I would still go there.
Would you still go there?
100%.
Oh, really? I don't think he'd be great to be... I don't think he'd be a great...
He's an artist, dude.
Yeah, he's probably... Okay, I'm looking up his age.
He's 58.
Okay, how the hell did that just come out of your head? Look, okay, as crazy as Amber Heard is, as crazy as she is, she'd probably be a great lay. I'm not going to say that now.
No, because she'll probably choke you to death. She'll think that's fun. She's probably into all that weird shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you think that's fun?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit. Look, if you're not worried for your life, you're not really living, are you? I'm not saying I would marry her. Absolutely not.
Why do you think I got a mole removed? I was worried for my life. So what you mean now that I'm not worried anymore, I'm not living?
You're not living. Just cut yourself. It's fine. Just live a little. It's like that moment you took that mole out. You took the snakes away. Jesus.
I don't know.
God damn it.
I love that this is like the first one where we haven't actually spoken about a dream. I've kind of enjoyed it.
It's good.
Because my life for the last 6 weeks was the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
And you know what? Because we were talking before the show and you brought up like Amber Heard stuff. Or I think you called something about Amber Heard. And I was like, I know what we're talking about today. It's too easy. Algorithm's going to love it. They're gonna love it. Yeah, no, but it's been good. It's different, and that just goes to show dreams can mean anything. The dream of stardom, the dream of facing your demons, or in this case, the demons of Amber Heard. But it's interesting because it's gonna. I wonder what this is gonna do for. What is this gonna do for like the Me Too kind of thing?
Well, now there's a new trend. It's called He Too.
This is good. This is a good pivot because I think this is going to lean into a lot more of this men's rights stuff that is the more toxic side of it. Because like I think there are inconsistencies with men and women. That just makes sense. That's just how it is. But it's like little things like a man will generally lose on their custody, even if they're a good parent, even if they're the better parent just because they're not the mum. But then it's like, yeah, but then women have it hard as well with like general like jobs. I don't believe in the wage gap purely because of just how the how things are in dispositions in terms of job work and what works in jobs and all this kind of stuff. I don't believe in the stat at all. I think it's a crap stat. But that being said, like again, I'm all about right person for the right job. If you're amazing at what you do, and there's another person who is the same as everybody else and they're great at what they do, I would say bring on someone different perspectives because I think that's better because we do better when we start expanding stuff. But then the problem is that you start getting these, women are women, they need to stay in the kitchen, they need to do this because men need to be men. It's like, oh my God, stop this bullshit, man. It's like, because yeah, the He Too stuff is, I guarantee it's going to be co-opted by a bunch of either bloody incel groups or bloody those far right dating Chad crap. Have you seen those dating pickup artists before? Absolutely. Oh, okay, so this is the thing. So sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical issue. Now we're back on track. So yeah, the He Too stuff. It's easy that way. Don't question it. It's all going to be fine in post. I'm not going to pretend. This is live. This is the real deal, guys. All I'm going to say is that when it comes to this, like, He Too, men rights stuff, it's stupid because it's like at the end of the day, life's a struggle for everybody in their own way. And for that person, their struggle is meaningful and serious. And just to say that your struggle isn't real because you're a modern woman, you're a modern man, or there's starving kids in Africa, doesn't change the fact that you're going through something hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, but then the problem is that it ends up we end up devolving into this stupid tribal nonsense. Or like men rally together because women are bitches, or women rally together because men are scum. It's like, I don't know, man. Life's a struggle enough as it is. Like, can't we find more common ground? And, like, call out I'm not saying don't call out the shit. Call it out. Call it out for what it is. No nonsense. If someone's being sexist, racist, all that nonsense, like, actually being those things, call it out. But at the same time, don't sit in the corner and go, oh, this thing's the thing, this system, this is the problem. It's like, no. Call it out, stick by your guns, but just don't give in to the whole nonsense of it all. And
Agreed.
also, it's like, at the end of the day, Johnny Depp got justice for the situation that he was what he was doing. At the end of the day, there's more to it. He's not an angel. No one's saying that. He's not an angel. He's gone through. It's a good example of toxic relationships and what toxic relationships can do. We're all susceptible to it. It depends on who you are. It doesn't matter who you are, I should say. And at the end of the day, you need to take care of yourself. Keep those that are good for you close to you, and don't shit the bed.
Don't shit the bed.
And on that fecal matter note, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening, if indeed you still are. I am Nick. This has been Christy saying thank you and good night.